Welcome you guys back into my nice beautiful video. I mean every single day you have to understand that no matter what you're doing, you have to come back to the I. You have to understand every single day that if you want to plan your life, you have to plan around the I. And now you can see life itself every single day when you're really understanding who you are. Watch now, if you're understanding who you are, you're going to understand how you can do anything in life. You're going to understand every single day. You can come back to the I, you can come and communicate to yourself every single day, and you can come and communicate to yourself every single day in a way that you're going to really develop yourself in different ways. You're going to make sure you're going to prosper. You're going to make sure you're looking good in the camera. You're going to make sure every single day you're going to do something that's amazing for yourself. So realizing every single day that if you go back to you, you then understand life. The whole aspect of life is understanding that whatever you want planning, or else whatever you want to be planning in life is your word I. Now, if you understand every single day, then no matter what, you're going to give all the ideas relating to the I, and then you're going to understand either way that you're going to grow through that communicational aspect. Now, every single day, most people are running after money rather than themselves. They make money much more important than who they are. So what you need to do is start working for your legacy more than the money. It's much more about confidence building than it is about the money. Because anybody who can communicate can also achieve the money. But anybody who can achieve the money can never achieve communication. Understand? So every single day, focus on communicational skills rather than the money, because everything is communication. But we're understanding that every single time we're going to lift our vibe, because my money, in terms of what I have in my bank account, is never going to speak this video for me. Understand? So what people are doing is they rather go get the money than do this video. Understand? They rather get the money than put themselves in a video to record themselves to teach you something. So that's why they have poor communicational skills. So every single day, if you just go and focus on yourself and you focus on life itself in a way that you're relating everything to the word I, you're going to understand the best path and direction of success is you, which is your word I. So every single day, focus on saying that you must understand how Jesus Christ says, "Thy shall respect father and mother." Never go having sex with your father and mother. Because look at Jesus Christ. Did Jesus Christ go and be having sex around his mother, in terms of with his mother? So be going and doing what Jesus Christ is doing. So every single day we're focusing on a better way of tactics, where we're understanding that no matter what, that the word I motivates you. The word I is everything. If you understand, I had a nice beautiful talk with God today. I realized the God that I understand is the word I. I understand every single day I'm talking to my word I say, "Hey God, I understand you. I understand who you are. I understand how you really walk. I understand how you talk. I understand every single day that when you're really lifting yourself, I understand how you really do it. I understand your word I." Understand? I talk to God like this, and I talk to him in different ways. And who said that God's a he or she? You have to understand, God is I only. So every single day I'm talking to God all the time. I'm talking to God and everybody in the word I. Now, every single day, focus on understanding that if you have any sort of, let's say, abbreviance, if you have any sort of abbreviance in your life, you must understand that most people never love you because they never love themselves. And why is that? Because they're neglecting the word I. I use the word I, but they never use it. I love to say I love you, but they never say I love you. They say love you. Because that's the difference. There's a big difference there. Some guy came up to me and says, "Love your video." There's a big difference between saying I love your video and love your video. I only listen to the people who say I love your video, because that's authentic. That's what I use in communication. I believe you when you say I love your video, but when you say love your video, I already love my video, man. I really do love my video. If you really mean it, you say I love your video. I thank you very much then. I thank you very much when you love my video. You understand? So every single day, I love my video. You understand? But those individuals who say love your video, they're meaning for you to love your video. They care about you more than themselves. I love that. You understand? So what's important is understanding that when they love you more than themselves, they want to kill you. They want to kill you so bad, because they're missing the word I. When I say I love you, I mean it. But when somebody says love you, yeah, I have to love I. I have to love I. I mean, when you say you must love yourself, or if they just said, instead of love your video, you must love your video. I do love my video already. I sent you the video. What are you saying? I mean, isn't that simple? I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that most people are missing the word I in their life. I mean, Jesus Christ says, never cut the word I, for I love you. I mean, never cut the word I out of your life. I mean, in a sense, so, I mean, do you understand? I understand every single day that my sentences start with I and end with I. I mean, every single sentence I talk is I. I mean, understand because, I mean, do you understand? Because every single day, I understand because every single day I'm always focusing on the word I to abbreviate whatever I want. So if I want to motivate myself today with music production, I go into the word I. I say I can do it. I can do it. I can go and do some music production today because I can do it. I mean, the word I can do it. I mean, do you understand? I mean, if I need some sex from somebody around me, I can do it. I have to go and find I only first. I need I first before the sex with other people. I mean, if I need anything in life, I go back to my I first. I mean, if you're going backwards, you go backwards to the word I. I mean, if you're going to go back somewhere, you go back somewhere to the word I. I mean, understand? Because I is a success. I is the only success that you can ever have in life. I mean, there's no other success other than I. Now, if you understand that, we're going to grow from that. I mean, we're going to make sure every single day that we're going to plan around the word. We are going to plan around the word I. I mean, how do you do 30-hour seminars in life and speak in front of crowds 50,000 hours a week? I mean, how do you do it? You use the word I. That's it. I mean, you just speak about the word I. I mean, what is the whole communicational process of life? I mean, it's just the word I. I mean, if you can speak the word I, you can speak all the other words around the I. I mean, you speak everything around I. I speak this whole world into I only. I understand because that's how I talk. I simplify with the word I. I mean, what do I have in life? I just have the word I. I have nothing else to give you. I mean, if somebody wants my money instead of my word I understand straight away who they are and how they talk. I understand if they go for me or my I. I understand if they're going for my possessions or the word I. It's one of the two. Most people in this planet are going for the possessions of yours. I mean, they're going for the possessions that you have. You understand? When they never care about the word I. I look for solely a woman who understands the word I. Because whoever's with me, I teach them the word I. And that's it. I mean, what do I have to do to get a woman to understand something about life? I get her, and then I teach her the word I. I teach the word I. Stay with her for 50,000 million years, teaching her the word I. I mean, I need you to say the word I to love me. I mean, understand? Because that's what Jesus can do as well. I understand, although, that Jesus understands something, though. Or Jesus says, hey, I want to do something different. I want to be able to show people a different way. I understand? I mean, Jesus can go around having a woman for himself. Understand? I mean, Jesus can be behind the crowd. I mean, nobody can understand Jesus other than Jesus. You understand? But everybody understands I. Now, everybody must understand I. Now, everybody can understand I. Now, you must understand that what's important is understand that Jesus can go around and anybody can go around getting whatever they want out of life. You understand? But if you have a nice, beautiful purpose where you want to show people a certain amount of discipline so that they can find the word I, you have to go walk like Jesus can. You understand? Now you have to walk like I can. I'm the new Jesus Christ. I understand that? I'm the new Jesus Christ in this world. I'm never Antichrist. I'm somebody who is lifting your word I. I'm the new prophet. I'm the new Isaiah. I'm the new Muhammad. I'm new everything. You understand? I'm the new everything in this life now. You must understand to look at a prophet when you see me now. You can see I. You can see who I am. You understand? I'm a prophet of this world. I'm a saint. You understand? I must understand every single day that no matter what, that most people are going around and placing these people as faces of the world. You understand? But what's happening with those people is they're losing the word I. I understand that what's important is when somebody... I apologize. I mean, that's a blooper. I can say what's important is that's a nice, beautiful, funny moment of Danny Milivojevic. I brush all day, every single day. You must understand that no matter what, you have a nice, beautiful accent going. You have a nice, beautiful way of life. You make sure every single day You focus on the word I if you want to communicate. Alright, now everything you ever want in life, you can achieve it with the word I promise you, it's so simple about this life. I promise you, if you understand the word I promise you, understand nothing else except the word I. I mean, that's how simple it is. And now, what do you do from this point when you just understand the word I promise you, from this point, when you understand the word I, you relate everything to the word I. You understand? I mean, how do you do that? I mean, when you understand the bed, you understand the word I. I mean, when you understand what you see, you understand the word I. I mean, it's just that. Actually, what do you hear in life? You have to understand you hear the word I. You just have to focus on the word I in everything in terms of your sentencing and what you're speaking in life must relate back to the I. I mean, do you see how I went back to the I? I mean, you see it? I mean, I'm always relating everything back to the I. Do you understand? I mean, every single day I'm focusing on the IUQ rule. And now I use the IUQ rule because I start with the U and end with the U. Although that's how it is. Now, if I start with the I, it's even better. Now, it's even better to just use the word I. Understand? But guess what? Now, that's much more of what you need to do. You must understand every single day that if you go and ask questions, you ask it with the word I. If you go and use the word you use the word you with the I. You understand? Now, if you understand, that's even better for you to understand on how to focus on your direction. Now, every single day, there is always a much better deal when you're using the word I than any other language in the world. Every single day, focus on understanding that is the only way to talk. There's no other way to talk other than the word I. And that's it. Now, if you understand, I'm orchestrating a new life now to make sure that whatever I want is going to be a nice question with the word I. How do I word my sentences around the word I? I just make sure that I go and demand something with the word I. That's it. I just demand it. I understand every single day I ask the question, I wonder if you understand this. I wonder if you want to be with me. What if I say that you must go and do this for me? What would you do then to me? If I go and really, really love you right now, how do you feel about that? Understand? If I want to ask for something, I just say, is it possible? Is it possible for me to have this? I just want to do something with it. It's so simple, isn't it? Is it possible for me to have another accommodation night here at the place that I come? Why? I just want to be able to go and sleep here. It's very simple, isn't it? Do you guys want to come with me and be my disciples? Why? They may ask Jesus why. I want to teach you something. Isn't that nice? And guess what? The disciples say, yeah. Where are we going, sir? We're going to go over there because I understand that something over there is where I'm teaching you. You understand? Now that's Jesus Christ. Now what happens is you walk over there with Jesus Christ, and then guess what happens? Jesus Christ says, I understand that although you guys are good with everything now, I understand I need you guys to come and sit down so I can go and abbreviate something to you guys. We're moving the conversation forward. Understand? That's how it is, but there's no going back if you're using the word I. Now, if you understand that no matter what, I'm always looking to understand now that I can ask for anything with the word I. Do you wonder if I can do it? I wonder what you mean. Guess what? You can say that if you want. What do you mean? What do you mean? In a sense, so what do you start with in terms of questions? Do you start with close-ending questions or open-ending questions? You start with the word I. You never start with the open-ending questions in life, and you never start with the close-ending questions anymore. You understand? I realize that it's a much better way to do so. Now understand you start with the word I first. The alphabet never starts with the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, W, V. How does it even go anymore? I have to learn it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. You understand? It never goes like that anymore. It goes I, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now I know my ABC. Won't you come and sing with me in my I? Understand? Because it's all I. Understand? That's what it is. I start with the nice beautiful I and I end with the I in that sentence. First, now every single day, if you want to ask God for anything, you can understand the word I. I mean, the word I is the answer. I mean, if I can say that, I can do it. I mean, I said, I mean, what can you describe in this lifetime? You can do it. I mean, you can do it in eternity. You can do it in some other world. I mean, you can do it in us. I mean, you can do it in some other world. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, focus on coming back to the I. I mean, if you go and miss the I completely with the you in action, I mean, guess what happens? I mean, then you have to understand that you're just blabbering toward you. I mean, if you're blabbering toward you, I mean, where is you? You have to understand it's I. I mean, now, if you're understanding every single day, if you just start with I first, you then never have to use the word you. I mean, Jesus says never cut the I out. I mean, understand? I mean, that means never cut the you out of your life either. I mean, it means never cut any words out of your life. I mean, understand? Unfortunately, Jesus Christ says that. I mean, never cut the word I out. I mean, what do you do now? I mean, now speak the way you want to speak. Although I come back to the word I only. I mean, Jesus Christ says over here that the word I is everything. I mean, in a sense, so when I come back to the word I teach people from the word I everything I ever want to achieve. Understand? First now, that's how I do life. First now, if you understand that the word I is life, first now, every single day I focus upon understanding that you must start with the I first. Apparently, that's it. Apparently, that's my number one rule. I mean, understand, because that's how Jesus Christ says. You must never cut the word I out. I mean, the I is everything. I mean, never cut your eye out. I mean, never cut the leg out that you have. I mean, never cut people's attention. I mean, never do anything other than the word I. I mean, understand? I mean, make sure you understand every single day to focus upon understanding on how to lift the I. I mean, you have to understand the I is everything. I mean, when you're understanding how to lift the I, you then understand then you understand how to go and really do your I much more. I mean, it's all about the I. I mean, I'm always focusing on delivering that content. So when I want to plan my life around, I understand that many people are delivering content, but they're missing the word I completely. First, now, what you need to do is focus on your attention of yourself. I mean, start with the word I, but then focus on understanding that if you want to deliver other words in the process, guess what? You can. I mean, guess what? I mean, only use the word I. I mean, it's much better for you. I mean, it's much better for you to discipline yourself in a way that you can just talk with the word I only. I want this, I want that, and that's it. I mean, I want sex from you. I want sex from you. I mean, isn't that so simple? I want sex from you. I mean, are you willing to give me some sex? I just want to have sex with you. I mean, it's so simple to ask like that. I mean, if you just say, I want some sex with you in the corner over there. I mean, I need you to come with me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they may say, why? I need to show you something. I need to show you something. I mean, what do you need to show me? I mean, you have to come with me now. You have to come with me. I mean, you have to come with me. I need to show you. Guess what? I mean, now, guess what? I mean, it's much more funnier. I mean, when they're asking, I mean, what do you need to show me? I mean, what do you need? I mean, they're asking. I mean, they're saying, what do you need to show me? You just say. You just say that if you go back to the I can say, for example, I need you to come with me first. I mean, it's so simple, isn't it? But that's how you communicate. Understand? I understand every single day that I focus upon lifting the word I completely even more than yesterday now, because I want to transcribe everything into the word I, which is my IUQ rule as well, into the I, because that's how I talk. I talk in different ways, but you have to understand that either way, that Jesus Christ says, now, if you want to start with any other word, you must understand to come back to the word I. The I is the best idea. I mean, if you understand the word I is what makes everything happen. I mean, that's it. I mean, I am rich. I am rich. I is what makes you positive, but every other word makes you negative. Now, Jesus Christ says yes. I mean, in a sense, so if you understand that the word you makes you negative too. I mean, in a sense, you must understand that. I mean, it's more that the I makes you positive only. I mean, those people who go and use the word I daily in their nice, beautiful remarks have to learn how to persuade people with the word I. I need you guys to understand I came here today to give you a nice, beautiful welcome. I understand every single day that one day you guys are going, I understand one day you guys are going to become very successful, but first I need you to learn the word I. Do you guys understand? I never need you to say yes. I need you to say I understand. Do you understand? I, guys? What am I speaking about in this video? I'm speaking about the word I. Why is that? You, sir. Why? Why? Why am I speaking the word I over here? Why? What is I? I is everything. In the end, because that's how I lead people in conversation. I lead people making sure that I understand. I understand you over there. Why aren't you over here giving $10,000 to be in front of me right here? Why do you have to give $2 over there to be on the front stage over there? You're already 2 kilometers away from me, man. Come over here and instead of giving $300, give $10,000 to see my face. In a sense, so that's how it is. You understand? Every single day, focus upon understanding that it's much more that you go and sell yourself like that. I, every single day, am focusing on different areas of life. Why? Because I have to go back to the I have to focus on communicational skills in a way that I can talk. I focus upon understanding that I'm always lifting the word I, and then I just focus upon loving my life. Every single day, there is always a better way to start the conversation. You can say, I mean, I love, I am, I can, I will, I do this, I'm going to do this, I'm now seeing this, I love doing this. There's so much ways that you can use the word I in a sentence. If you just start with the word I and your next sentence is the word I again, and then your next sentence you put a full stop and then you start with the I again, understand? And you just keep rolling with the I first. That's how you communicate better. Most people want to start with the what. They start with a question first with what, and then they start with today, and then they go with tomorrow. Then they say because. They put a full stop and then they put a full stop and then they go because this. Where are you leading me straight away with because? They say something. I realize they start the sentence off, the day after tomorrow, the Shakespeare of life went into a nice beautiful chaos, and because he went into chaos, he was finding experiments. Full stop, and then they say, because this is what happened. Why? Why do you have a full stop, and then because? How does that work, man? That's a cutoff already. It's a cutoff in your communication. I understand if you go and really, let's say, communicate in a better way, and you never have to hide behind the words, but go and say, I say this. So, what do I mean? I understand William Shakespeare was a man who was so pronunciating in his words, but he did miss the word I completely. I say full stop. I understand because of these reasons, Shakespeare was never successful the way I am. What's much better? What is the sentence much better in terms of this sentence that I just gave you or the previous one, where the individual starts with today and then because after the full stop? This one here is much more about I am talking about you. I am saying what the deal is. The other one is a fiction character, and they're trying to say, today after tomorrow, the nice beautiful Anzac Bridge went into Harbour Bridge, and because of that, they were looking upon the nice beautiful magician who came into the fantasy of life, and they see in Charlotte Styles, and these people came up to her and they were always lifting her. Why? Why were they lifting her? You understand? Because I understand because why? I understand that you see, I understand because you understand. I understand either way that it's much more lift the word I. Understand because every single day, then they may totally miss out on the I completely, and then they put a full stop and then they start with another word that's never the I completely. What do I mean? They start off the sentence with because, or what, or they open with open. How do you open a sentence with open? Open you will, you sons of bitches. How do you do that? How do you start a sentence with open? Imagine the word open as the first sentence of the, I mean, as the first word of life. I mean, imagine God saying, open 7 days for everybody. I mean, guess what? I mean, that's the best way to say something with an open statement. I understand? But if I just say, I open 7 days for everybody, I mean, what's much better? I open or open? I open. I open is much better, isn't it? I say because this is why this happens. I mean, instead of starting the sentence with because, you start the sentence with, I say because these are the reasons William Shakespeare went into these reasons, and these reasons because of Charlotte Stiles and how they were lifting her up. I say because of this. I say because of that. I mean, instead of starting the sentence with today, you say, I realize today we're going to go and improve. Instead of saying today we're going to improve, we say, I say today we're going to improve. I say. When it's just today we're going to improve, what does that say to you? Who's saying today? Who is it? Who is behind today? I. Who is behind your life? I. I is behind your life. I am behind your life. In a sense, so focus on understanding that if you start with the you in action, you have to come back to the I. Now, you understand? Now, do you understand? Now, if you ask a question, you still have to come back to the word I. Now, that's why I understand either way that what's even much more better than that is just using the word I completely. Now, if you understand every single day that you have to do that. You have to do that. Yeah, every single day focus on understanding that's much better of communicational skills. So it's much more of a development for yourself to use the word I completely. I love I need you to understand that you look beautiful on the couch, but I don't know why you're there by yourself. I need you in my bedroom. I need you to come with me in the bedroom. What? Yeah, you can come with me. Yeah. Yeah, and you can come with me. Instead of saying the other way, you just say, I say, hey, I need you to come with me. It's so quick, isn't it? Most people and drug addicts go and sit down with a woman or man, and they try to seduce the man for 10 hours to come to the bedroom. 10 hours talking to get to the bedroom. That's it. I just go up to whoever and I say, I need you to understand that you're very beautiful, but I need you in my bedroom. Now they're saying, what? Why? I need to show you something. Okay. They're already in my bedroom. That's it. That's already, I saved 10 hours getting her or him in the bedroom. I never get him in the bedroom though. I get a woman in the bedroom. You understand? Now every single day I'm focusing on understanding. Then I may say, I understand you're very beautiful, but do you mind if I touch you? Do you mind if I touch you? She may say, you look freaky though. Guess what? I say, I'm never freaky, but I'm just asking you. I'm just asking you. Do you mind me touching you? Now she may say, why though? You say, I can say that you're very attractive. Isn't that romantic? Why not? She may say, well, why not? Guess what? You have to kiss me first. What do you think this is? I never want to touch you. You have to kiss me. Whoa. I flipped the switch on her. You're saying, why do I even have to touch you anymore? You just said yes to me, so you can just kiss me. You can just kiss me now. You said, what? Yeah. You can. I pout for you. I pout for you too. You can do it. You said, it's so funny and hilarious, isn't it? I'll never touch you, but you can kiss me. You can kiss me once. You can kiss me once. You understand? That's how you talk. I understand. You say, I understand, but you can kiss me first. I never want to kiss you first. You can kiss me first. Which that's how it is. I understand every single day. Focus on understanding that no matter what, that we're going to flip the switch on people like that. I understand because we're just much more valued than the other individual. I understand if you want something, you go, if you want something, you go and grab the word I and you get it. Now every single day, I understand that all the nice, beautiful words I've said are going to add up to the equation of I. Now, I is the only deal. of life where you need to speak the I more regardless. I mean, you can use any type of words in the planet as long as you come back to the word I. I mean, you understand? Now, that's what Jesus Christ is saying to you. Now, if you understand that Jesus Christ says, hey, I mean, just use the word I completely. I mean, start with the word I only, and never, I mean, just in your whole life, only ever use the word I. And never even start the sentences with other words. Or if you can do that, or you'll learn even faster about how to use the word I, is what I'm saying. I mean, how can you learn how to use the word I with other sentencing when you need to use the I first? I mean, understand? You need to use I first to be able to understand every other sentence. I realize otherwise it never really works out for you. I can say why. I can say it's because you have to understand your mindset. I understand every single day that there's more ideas that you have to grab. I understand every single day that it's more about understanding your confidence and freedom and courage. I understand that when you're going and really, really adding words to the occasion all the time with what you want to say, I understand it's much more think I. I mean, every single day you only have I realize you only have one word every single day to think about. I mean, there's nothing else to think about other than the word I. So if you understand every single day that you're coming back to the word I to teach just that in every single video you do, now you're going to have a better life for yourself. It's that simple. Now, I never say first anymore. I mean, do you understand those people who say and and I mean, after every single word? I mean, why is that? Because they are missing the word I. I start with the word I first because that's how confident I am. I mean, they start with the word first. I mean, after every second word is I mean, that's where they need to put the I. I mean, instead of saying you say I. You understand? Do you understand? I understand every single day that if you go behind the question, I understand it's much more, I can say, do you understand? I feel that you understand. I can understand now that you understand. I can realize that there's more to say when you understand that. I can feel that there is more ideas where I can go and expand the quality in you to understand. I realize now that you understand how can I speak in a different way. You can expand your context in this kind of way, and then we're going to focus on different scenarios of persuasion. I understand, for example, if I'm doing a festival around town somewhere and I'm a music producer, I say, I understand you guys can hear me today. I understand, yeah. I understand every single day you guys are very beautiful today. I mean, yeah. I mean, everybody over here is ready. I mean, are you guys ready for me today? I mean, you guys have to understand something. I'm ready to give you the best persuasion technique in life. I'm ready to give you the best ideas of music in trance. I mean, that's it. I mean, no matter what, I just start my 1 hour set. I mean, in a sense, so either way, I mean, how did I speak in that? I mean, how did I speak in that sentence there? I went with the word I first. I mean, you understand? So every single day, focus on delivering the word I into your life. I mean, if you understand to think with the word I only, you're going to understand it's much more. Just go back to the I in everything you say. Just follow the I. I promise you that's the fastest way to growth, and it's the fastest way to get your message across. Now, you never even have to start the sentence with questions anymore, and I realize then you never have to start the sentence with you anymore. I mean, it begins with I and starts with I. I mean, and now I understand that nice beautiful rule where people are saying that I understand it starts with you and ends with you. I mean, I can say that, but I have to put the I there. I understand. I understand, although now I get it. I mean, it starts with the question and ends with the question. I mean, what came before the question? I came before the question. When I say it starts with you and ends with you, what came before the you? I came before the you. I understand? I first in every single language. I mean, what came before number one in life? I am number one. I am number one. I first. I mean, try to go I first with everything that you're saying. I mean, it's so simple, but I increases with different scenarios of communication. I understand every single day you use the words into a nice beautiful abbreviation. I understand then we're going to make a nice beautiful wrapping module where you can understand the totation of your life. Every single day we're going to rhythm in different beats because you understand life. I understand that no matter what, that you can become a poet if you dream about yourself. I understand every single day there's more to capitulate in the world's dwell. In a sense, every single day we're going to focus upon different areas of persuasion. I understand every single day you focus on your life to make a manifestation. That's it. It's so simple, isn't it? I rush your eye rhythms with everything. I first. I rush every single day focus on singing with the I only. I understand when you love me. I really understand that when you grab me. I understand that when you look at me. I understand here I am. Just look at me. You can start like that. I realize here I go. I go somewhere different. I love life anyway. I can say peace and bliss is on your side. You can start like that. You can sing this kind of music all you want. Why? Because every single sentence starts with I. If you start the other way around and then you start sentences with I then you, then you miss the song completely. You're missing the song completely. Why? Because people only ever listen to the word I. Actually, that's that. Actually, if you understand how to use the word I now, I promise you I can lead you in different directions. I promise you I has many words to use. I promise you also you have to understand that if you go connecting words together, you must understand you say, I say this word is this, 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 I realize this word is this, I realize this word is this, I realize this word is this. You have to start with the I say you must start with the word I realize every single day that is how it is. I approach now every single day I'm always lifting the word I, and then I understand how to communicate. That's why I communicate like God. I communicate like Jesus Christ now. I focus on developing that skill even more because I have been developing the IUQ rule. Now the IUQ rule is my I code. I code is everything. Now every single day I'm trying to mind map a different way to speak with the I now. I'm trying to start with every sentence with the I. I didn't know that. Why is that? I focus on my I never focus on that guy. I don't know why you say that. I realize I just start with the word I. Understand? You just make it up. All you do is make it up. I realize every single day, focus on coming back to the I anyway, but I realize that I make many mistakes in my communication. Unfortunately, that's how it is. But every time you use the word I, unfortunately, it's a win. Unfortunately, it's that simple, and it's that in terms of what you need. Unfortunately, if you understand it's that it's that in terms of it, in terms of your I, unfortunately, every single day, you're going to understand every single day. You're going to understand every single day that you're going to focus upon understanding the word I completely. The I is complete. I understand everything else makes you die. Everything else is making you die. The only authentic matter of life is using the word I. There's nothing else that you have to do other than I. I is the only aspect of life that you really have to work at. In a sense, because it's complete and you must know the I only. When I say that, you must use it, the I only. Now, if the only word you have to choose out of any word in life, you have to choose then you have to choose the word life in terms of I only. Just choose the word I only. Now, every single day, I'm focusing on understanding that the more I speak now in different ways, I'm focusing on every single day giving you that knowledge that you need. That knowledge you need is different areas of codes, which is I. Now, every single day I focus on just doing that for you now. Now, it's just about making sure that you can understand how I talk. Now, when you understand how I talk, then you go and do you. Go and do your word I. Now, that's it. Now, every single day I focus on understanding that there's so much more to do, but I come back to the word I and I go and motivate myself with the word I now. So all I really do is I focus on I words. I focus on the I, but if I point to the you, I realize it's the word I understand that. I understand that completely, but I understand every single day that my words in terms of IUQ rule, I mean, that adds up for me too. I understand although that it's really that when I go and write all that, I realize I missed the I completely. I did miss the I completely. I mean, guess what? I mean, it's all value. I mean, it's all value teaching you the word I. I mean, although it's teaching other aspects, that's never the I either. I mean, in a sense, so if you understand everything that I have to give you now, I mean, relate everything I've ever said to the word I, and now we can use everything I've ever said, which is the word I. I promise you now you can go use any kind of word you want as the first letter. I understand, but guess what? You must understand to relate everything to the word I. I understand. I promise you now, every single day, focus on understanding that if you want to better your communicational skills only, you just use the word I. I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that you never lead people astray, but focus on leading people to the word I only. I promise you, the word I is everything. I promise you, although everything I've ever said in my videos and everything in terms of my life is all into I only. I promise you, that's it. I promise you now, I only start my sentences with I only. I promise you, I still use the principle. I mean, I never want to start my words with anything else, but if something happens where I may use everything of what I've said in my videos in another direction that's never the word I first, I promise you then, you must understand, I focus upon lifting the word I. I focus upon understanding that the word I is very interesting, that when you're using it, you're going to understand every single day how to abbreviate it. I mean, every single day you're going to learn how to focus upon developing it. I promise you everything is already done for you then. I promise you every single day it's just about add the words with the I. I mean, add the words with the I again. I mean, add the words with the I again. I mean, add the words with the I again. I mean, add the word I in every single sentence you do. I promise you every single day, repeat yourself with the I as much as you can. I promise you every single day, focus on understanding that every single sentence you ever want, you break it up with the word I. I promise you the full stop comes and then the word I. I promise you finish the sentence with the word I. I mean, you start the sentence with the word I. I mean, your second word and third word and fourth word is going to be the word I. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, I'm focusing on lifting people with the word I. I understand that there's no rushing in communication. I mean, there's no rushing in the word I. I mean, every single day, I focus on just starting my sentence with I just focus on starting the sentence with the word I. I mean, that's it. I mean, and then I want to finish with the word I too. I mean, it's much better to do so. I want to be able to just speak the word I in my life. I mean, eventually, I want to be so silent and so loud with just the word I. Watch now, I'm doing that already. Watch all that every single day. I understand the word I affects you in a way that you're going to abbreviate it in an effective way. I mean, focus upon understanding that no matter what, that there's so much more to say about everything. I understand every single day I'm moving on already. I'm moving on to other aspects. I mean, that's how quick my communication is. I mean, how quick did I just move? I just moved very quickly, like a metaphor. I mean, understand because I understand that what's amazing is my I says, let's move on. I mean, let's catch the interest of the crowd in a different way. I mean, in a sense, so I'm always focusing on Brett, the Hitman Hart, in a way that no matter what, I'm everything in life. I mean, guess what? I mean, promote people. I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that I have Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker and Jesus Christ and Ned Kelly. I have all these people. I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day, I understand that I is something important. I mean, focus on understanding that whatever you want, I can achieve it. I can achieve it. I, the word, can achieve it. I understand every single day that no matter what, I focus on leading people a different path. I go on a different path. I go in a different direction. I break up my communication in the word I. I speak to the people of everybody in terms of every single sentence with the word I, and every single word I say with the word I. I mean, every single parable is the word I. I mean, focus on understanding that if you want to relate words, you relate it to the word I now. I mean, everything that you ever want to do is pronounce the word first, and it's the word I. I mean, now that's how you learn new sentences. I mean, that's it. I mean, if you understand that no matter what, every single word is only the word I and nothing else. I mean, good is never goodness. I mean, good and goodness is I. I mean, understand? I mean, evil is I. I mean, evil is never good. I mean, good is never evil. I realize, but evil and good is the word I. I mean, understand? I mean, now we're learning. We're learning. I say, I is spinach. I is Dalai Lama. I is Jesus Christ. I is everything I ever see. I is fantasy. I is indulgence. I is persuasion. I is fantasy. I is government. I is loud. I is donkey. I is smile. I is laughter. I is the best. I is persuasion technique. I is fella. I is. Yes, every single day. I love I. Now, I understand that no matter what, I'm connecting these words together into the word I. In a sense, so every single day, focus on understanding that the more words you connect to the word I, the better your vocabulary. Now, that's it. Now, that's how you learn. You go into the vocabulary and you look at all these words. Look at them and only ever relate it to the word I. Nothing else you have to do. But what you learn from that, is the word I. You're only ever learning the word I. But then you're expanding these other words to pronounce it the first time. Now, the more you pronounce those words in your life, the more it's in your life. But pronounce it with the word I. I love it. Now, if you do it the first time, you've already learnt the word. Understand? You've already learnt the word once you've said it the first time. If you go and learn Spanish, for example, learn every single Spanish word now in every single language with the word I. Go and find out what is the word I in that language. Understand? And then what do you do from that point? Every single word that you ever say in that language is the word I. Guess what you do now? Now you can abbreviate all those words with the word I. That's a start. And then what do you do? Go and find out all the 50 millions of words out there. In different languages. All in different languages. And focus on pronouncing them the first time round. Focus on pronouncing each word the first time round with the word I. Say I this, I that, I that, I that. I this, I commando, I politico, I romantico, I. Do you understand? Go understand. I understand this. I is everything. But what is the word I in those languages? Learn that word first. And then go and learn all these just one words. Go and figure out a word that you want to learn in that language, and then relate the word I into that language with that word. I political, for example. I'm a politic, for example. You understand? So no matter what, that since you said it, you already did relate it with yourself. Now, what happens from this point is anytime you hear political somewhere, I understand that. I said it already. I said I political already. When you understand that no matter what, that some guy says political over there, I already said I political in my life. I understand what he's saying. That's how simple it is to learn languages. Go have the best time. Understand? If you just go and say I Dankeschön, I understand it's I thank you. I hear somebody saying Dankeschön over there. I understand they're saying I thank you. I already understand that. I understand what they're saying because I said it myself. I said I Dankeschön. I thank you. Understand? Relate it with English words. Relate it with English words. Why does it have to be Spanish words? It never has to be Spanish words. It never has to be any other language words other than the I. If you're an English type of individual, what you do is go to Germany in terms of the German language and get yourself a Google Translator. What word do you want to learn from German? Learn one word. How do you learn it? Whatever you want to learn, you type it into Google. You just write the word that you want to learn in German. Write one word. Do you understand? All you do from that point is you say the word I in English and then say the German word. I Dankeschön. I eins. I zwei. I drei. I vier. That's it. Now I'm learning. I understand that. But what is the German word for I? Learn that too. Now you can say it in German as well. Understand? Every single day, that in Serbian, it's ja, jedan, ja, dva, ja, tri, ja, četiri, ja, pet, ja, šest, I, 1, I, 2, I, 3, I, 4, I, 5. I mean, you understand? I mean, either way, you people who are Spanish or whatever you are, who are yet to learn English, you say the word I. I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6. I mean, as soon as you say it, you start learning that as soon as you connect those words, if you hear somebody saying six, you understand that they're English. You understand they're saying number six. You already said I6. I6, I can hear some individual saying six over there. I realize they're saying number six because I said already I6. I can remember what I said. That's how simple it is with every language to learn. I love it. Every single language you ever want to learn. Whatever you want to learn, just go and dedicate some time to it. You want to learn Spanish? It's so quick to learn it. It's very quick. So if I get my phone, right now, I get my phone, I want to learn, let's say, in Google Translator right now, I want to learn some words, for example. I want to learn the word I in German, for example. So if I just go and I select the nice, beautiful German language over here, I just have to move very quickly, guys. So either way, I'm always learning how to really learn on the go. I have a German language over here, but I write the word I. I write the word I see ich. I see ich. I see ich. I see ich and ich. Ich. That's how they pronounce it, or ich. What do you want to use? That's it. Ich. Ich eins, ich zwei, ich drei, ich vier, ich fünf, ich sechs, ich sieben, ich acht, ich neun, ich zehn, ich 11, ich 12, ich 13, ich 14, ich 15, ich 16, ich 17, ich 18, ich 19, ich 20, ich 21, ich 22, ich 23, ich 24, ich 25, ich 26, ich 27, ich 28, ich 29, ich 30, ich 31, ich. You see, when I say ich, it's so different, isn't it? It's so different. It's easy for me to say I1, I2, I3, I4, I4, I5, I4, I6, I7, I English, I7, I7, I8, I9, I10, I11, I12, I13, I14, I15, I16, I17, I18, I19, I20, I21, I21, I22, I23. Do you hear the different pronunciations with English and the German? Ich 22, ich 23, ich 24, ich 25, ich 26, ich 27, ich 30, ich 28, ich 29, ich 30, ich 31, ich 50, ich 40, ich 60, ich 70, ich 80, ich 90, ich 100, ich 200, ich 300. Understand? I say the each first. When I hear them saying it, I understand the words now. I understand, I've already said each with those words. I've said each with those words. I can remember those words now. I can remember the pronunciation of those words now. How do I do that? Because when I say each and 21, I remember when somebody says each 22, I understand. I said it. I said the words. I can remember. I can remember what they said. Now each is one way to say it. Or ich. Ich ein, ich zwei, ich drei, ich vier, ik, fünf, ik, sechs, ik, sieben, ik, acht. I mean, it's very different. I mean, each and ik is very different pronunciation, but it's a dialect. I mean, there's difference because Austrians may say ich. I mean, Austrians may say ich, and Germans may say ich, or sometimes Germans say ich, and Austrians say ich. I mean, whatever you want to use, you can use it. Ich, you say ich. I mean, guess what? I mean, do you see how different words? I mean, there's different words, and you can see Jesus says never cut the I out. I mean, thy is the word I. I mean, thy is the word I. I mean, in a sense, so back then, thy shall never kill, is what Jesus says. I shall never kill. I mean, that's what Jesus Christ is really saying. That his thing, I mean, Jesus Christ is saying, thy respect mother and father. I mean, that's his 10 commandments. I respect my mother and father. I mean, you want to understand my 10 commandments? I'll write you my 10 commandments. I'll write you my 10 commandments of God and what I believe God is. I, thou shall never kill. I, thou shall never kill. I respect mother and father. I respect. I mean, it's never your 10 commandments. I mean, it's 10 commandments. I realize these are my 10 commandments. I mean, Jesus Christ is saying to you that these are my 10 commandments. I mean, if you want to follow me, you can follow me. And if you never want to follow me, you never have to follow my 10 commandments. I mean, Jesus Christ says you never have to follow my 10 commandments if you never want to. I want to give you my 10 commandments. I, thou, I, each, I never kill. I never kill. I respect my mother and father. I never steal. I never steal. I respect everybody and their wives and husbands. I never try to take woman from men. I never try to take woman from men. I mean, that's Jesus Christ teaching. I never murder anybody. I never murder. I mean, that's how Jesus Christ is teaching people the 10 commandments. I mean, you never have to follow it. I mean, that's just his opinion of what he wants to do in life. I mean, that's Jesus Christ and what he wants to do. I mean, that's how I want to be too. I, as well, because I use Jesus Christ, I say I, and my 10 commandments of life is Jesus Christ's 10 commandments of life. I agree with Jesus Christ. I, thou shalt never kill. I never take your woman. I never take your woman. I respect my mother and father. I respect my mother and father. I never steal. I never steal. I never cause violence. I never cause violence is my 10 commandments. I am kind. I am kind is my 10 commandments. I am successful is my 10 commandments. I am abundant. I am rich. I am positive is my 10 commandments. I mean, I am the word I. I am the word I is my 10 commandments. I mean, although when I go back to German and I go ich, 9, ich, 7, ich, 6, ich, 11, ich, 12, ich, 30, ich, 50, ich, 50, ich, 40, ich, 50, ich, 60, ich, 7, ich, 8, ich, 9, ich, 21, ich, 22, ich, 23, ich. You have to pronounce it. You have to say it. You understand? You have to say it as many times. But you pronounce it the first time. You get it the first time. You understand? You say it the first time, and eventually you're going to, and eventually what's going to happen, you go back to I again, and all of a sudden is the word I. I'm brushing now. That's how I go, and I understand that no matter what I said, I understand I caught myself out speaking the you in action. I love that. Watch now, what is the you in action? Watch, the you in action means that I start with the word you and I finish with the word you. I just caught myself speaking the word you, and then I go and say to you, everything I ever said in this video is just the word I. I lead myself back to the word I in this video. That's it. I understand my word I again, because that way I focus on I and never on you. This video is about I and never you. I am teaching you the word I I'm never teaching you the word you. I mean, that's what Jesus Christ is teaching you. I, thy shall never kill. I first. I mean, thy shall never kill. I mean, it's never your commandment. I mean, that's Jesus Christ's commandment. I mean, the 10 Commandments of God is for God only. I mean, understand? I mean, it's never for you. I mean, God never made the 10 Commandments for you. I mean, God made it for God. I mean, Jesus Christ said, those are my 10 Commandments. You can follow. I mean, Jesus Christ said, you can follow me, or you never have to follow it. I mean, imagine you making your 10 Commandments. I mean, you can say your 10 Commandments is peace and bliss and serenity and tranquility and looking the best version of yourself and having no hair. I mean, having sex all day long. I mean, that can be your 10 Commandments, man. I mean, if you told me your 10 Commandments of God, I mean, if you told me your 10 Commandments and 10 rules you live by, I can choose to follow it or not. I mean, that's what Jesus Christ is telling you. I mean, Jesus Christ is saying, hey, I mean, these are my 10 Commandments. I mean, if you want to follow me, I mean, follow me. I mean, if you never want to follow me, you never have to. I mean, I agree with Jesus Christ. I never want to kill either. I'm just like that. Unfortunately, although many people go and kill people because they never want to follow Jesus Christ. But you never have to. But then jail is waiting if you go and kill people. Or if that's the life you want, I mean, or else you can go and kill people if you want. Or although if they catch you, I mean, you're going to prison for the rest of your life. I mean, you want that? I mean, go ahead. I mean, do you want to suffer the consequences? I mean, if you want to, I mean, go ahead. I never want to be in prison for 50 years and more. I never want to die in prison. I mean, understand? I want to live in my word I. I mean, my 10 Commandments is live in the word I. I live in the word I. I must live in the word I. I know I. I love I. I am I. Is my 4th commandments of life. I mean, understand? That's how I live life. Now every single day, I focus on understanding that if I go in Spanish, for example, I start to relate these words together, for example. I start understanding much more about life. Now Spanish and the word I in Spanish is what? I see the word I over here. I see I. I mean, I has to be the word in actual Spanish. So if I say I uno, I tres, I cuatro, I mean, do you understand? I mean, I start to count in Spanish, or I mean, if I want to go and say other words, or I can go and say other words like dad. I can say dad in Spanish. I padre, I padre, I padre, I padre. I can say I padre. I can say I padre. I mean, you understand? I can say that. I say I madre, I madre, I romantico, I politico. I mean, I can say that. I mean, what else can I say? I say beach. I mean, how do I say beach? I see I playa, I playa, I playa, I playa. I mean, I is I. I is I. I mean, that's how you teach people language. I mean, isn't that simple? I mean, it's so easy to make an audiobook today and say, this is how you teach Spanish. I mean, the beach is playa. I mean, the word I is I playa. I mean, boom, I just gave you I beach. I understand? So what you do is, for example, I say festival. I see festival. I see festival. I see festival is fiesta. I mean, festival is fiesta in Spanish. So that's how I'm teaching in English. But then I say I fiesta. I fiesta. I festival. I festival. Unfortunately, now, I fiesta. I can remember that. I can remember I fiesta. I mean, so what else can I remember? I'm teaching over here other languages. So if you want to make language videos and just use a Google Translator and teach people other languages while you're actually learning yourself, I mean, you can do that. I mean, you can make language videos and you can say, today I'm teaching you different languages today because I'm going to use a Google Translator, but we're going to learn German for the next hour. And then just go and learn German for 1 hour while other people are watching you. I mean, you're going to teach them. But they never have to listen to you. You never have to listen to me. I mean, you never have to listen to me for the next hour teaching you German because I'm doing it while you're just reading. I mean, you are yet to do it. I mean, you are yet to do that. I mean, you have to go and do it yourself. But I'm teaching you how to do it. I'm teaching you what I do. I'm right now teaching you in this video what I do. But you still have to do it. I mean, do you understand? I mean, there's a lot to do, which is the word I in this video, and that's it. I mean, all you have to do in this video is the word I in your life. I mean, that's it. I'm teaching you what I'm doing, but I'm doing it in the word I only. I mean, if you just go and do the word I mean, then you understand what I'm doing. I mean, is that simple? No, I'm just doing the word I in this video. I mean, how am I doing the word I? I'm teaching you the word I. I'm speaking the word I in this whole video. I mean, that's all I'm doing in this video. I mean, that's it. I mean, everything else is bullshit. Do you understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, I fiesta, I playa. I remember. I cuatro. I mean, I see I tres. I see I tres. I can say I tres. I playa. I can say the word I in terms of English. I can say I la fiesta. Understand? I mean, song. I mean, how do I say song? I mean, I say song. I say canción. Y canción. I mean, y canción. I understand? I mean, I can learn some Spanish, and now that's the nice, beautiful, let's say, y canción. I mean, here I can find that no matter what, if you flip it this way, you can say canción. I mean, you see? I mean, look at this. When you get the actual word, you understand? I mean, so y canción. I mean, what else is there? I mean, there's a champion. I mean, champion. I mean, y champion. I see champion. I see champion, for example. I see champion is champion. Y champion. Y champion. Y champion. Y champion. I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day I'm learning how to talk over here. I mean, there's now y champion. I mean, every single day I understand every single day Jesus Christ. I mean, how did I say over here? I mean, Jesus Christ. I see Jesu Cristo y Jesu Cristo. Y Jesu Cristo. Y Jesu Cristo. I see they spell it differently, but if I go like this, y Jesu Cristo. I understand, so every single day I'm teaching you what I can do over here. I understand, for example, waves at the beach. I mean, how do I say waves at the beach? I have to learn these words. I see y ondas. I see ondas. I see ondas is the waves at the beach. I see now y ondas. I waves. I waves. Y ondas. I understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, and then you must understand to just do that. First, now, if you just go and use the word I with all the words, you now have all the syllables. You have all I mean, guess what? I mean, you have all the syllables to connect those words together now. I mean, what you do from this point is once you understand all the words of that language, I mean, guess what? I mean, now start connecting two words of any nationality. I mean, start connecting two words together of all those words with the word I. I mean, first, connect all the words with the I. I mean, how many words are there in Spanish? I mean, let's just say there's 200 words. I mean, let's say there's 200,000 words in Spanish, or in any country that you can do. I mean, connect the word I. I mean, learn the word I first, and connect every single one of those words that is in Spanish and all these languages with the word I. I mean, now you have all the syllables. I mean, that's what we look. I mean, that's what we're doing. You understand? I mean, you have to use the Google Translator. I mean, now once you do that, I mean, that's nice and easy. You can learn so much words here. I mean, now what you do then is you go two words. I mean, since you understand that the word I is very simple, but then the next word, either way, we're connecting two words there. But then we go three words. I, playa, ondas. I, beach waves. Y, playa, ondas. I mean, either way, you must understand that I'm using y, which is the first word, for example, but we understand that. But let's just go connect another word. I say one word. I mean, let's connect one word with the word I. I understand, so there's 200,000 words that we're going to connect together with the word I, or I in English. I understand? Or now what we're going to do from that point is that we're going to get another word, and we're going to connect two words together that rhyme together. So what goes with beach? I go beach. I love beach. I see beach. I mean, do you understand? I mean, let's go connect all those words together. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, pick any two words that can go with each other and write it down. I mean, how do I say I go beach? I go. So I already see E player. I say E player. I mean, yeah. I mean, I beach. I understand I beach. I love. I mean, I sound caveman. I beach. I beach. I love. I me. I do. I see. I am. Así vamos. Así vamos. Y vamos. Y vamos. Y vamos. Y vamos. Y vamos. Y vamos. I go. I go. I mean, it's very simple, isn't it? Y vamos. I say, I go. I go. I say, y vamos playa. Y vamos playa. I go beach. I'm much better in my language now. I love it. I say, I went from y playa to y vamos playa. I mean, y vamos playa. I mean, what other word can you connect in this sentence with I love beach? I mean, with I go beach. I go beach today. I mean, let's go and look at this. I mean, let's make a sentence over here. So what I do is I say, I go, I mean today. I mean, let's say over here today. I mean, how do you say today in Spanish? I mean, today in Spanish is what? Así hoy día. I say, oh, I say, I see, y odea. Y odea. I today. Y odea. Y odea. Y odea. Y vamos playa idea. Y vamos playa hoy idea. Así hoy día. Así hoy día. Así hoy día. Así hoy día. So, y hoy día is how you say it. You have to pronounce it much better. You have to say it. Y hoy día. Y vamos playa hoy día. Así hoy día. I have to get the pronunciation here correctly. In a better way. Así hoy is today. Así y hoy. Así it says over here. Así it says adverb is hoy is today. Y hoy. Y hoy. I today. Y hoy. I vamos. I say y vamos playa hoy. I say tala. I just said it. Y vamos playa hoy. I go to the beach today. I go beach today is what I said in Spanish. But in other words, I'm going to the beach today. I mean, yourself? I mean, either way. I mean, now. I see hoy dia is today now. I mean, so dia is another word for now. I say I now. I now. I now. I'm now. Alright, now either way, you must understand that when you say I now, I'm now. Y dia. I understand, although when I say y vamos playa dia. I go beach now. I just said dia over here, but if I say hoy dia, I'm going to say y vamos playa hoy dia. I'm going to the beach right now. I'm going to the beach now. I'm going to the beach today. I'm going right now to the beach. I mean, hoy dia is together, so it gives you much more ideas about what they're saying. But if you just say hoy, I mean, you just mean today. I mean, if you say dia, you mean now. I mean, if you say hoy dia, you then are meaning today now. I mean, you mean right now. I mean, you mean I'm going now. I'm going today. I'm going right now. I'm going as soon as possible. I mean, hoy dia is as soon as possible. I mean, hoy dia is together, which is two words, which is today and now. Understand? So if you want to just say today, you just say hoy. I mean, if you want to say now, you say dia. But if you say today now, I mean, today now means I have to go now. I have to go right now. I'm going as soon as possible. I mean, catch me over there because I'm going now. I mean, in a sense, so Y vamos playa hoy día. I mean, you can say it like that, but it gives people much more of an idea about what you're saying. I mean, that's it. Now, you must understand, either way, y vamos hoy día. I mean, what does that mean? I go now, today. I go right now. I mean, there's no stopping me. I'll have to go today. I'm just adding some words here, but I understand every single day you can say that. I can say y hoy. I can say y hoy día. I'm right now. I'm as soon as possible. Y hoy día. Y vamos hoy día. Y vamos hoy día playa. I mean, what did I say over here? I said the same thing. I just went, I go right now to the beach. I just mix it up a bit. I mean, why does it have to go, I go beach now? I mean, I can go, I go now to the beach. I mean, I can mix it up, you understand? So either way, that's how you understand how to read, and go and focus upon that. And then focus upon learning how to connect two words with the I, or with the I in Spanish, or with any type of word. And then focus on 3 words, and then 4 words, and rotate and rotate. But once you can go and make, let's say, 10 words together, I mean, you understand? I mean, at 10 words, when you can connect it together with all the other words, I mean, you understand that. You understand the English. I mean, guess what? I mean, you understand English. I mean, everything I said is the word I. I understand. I mean, I'm always coming back to the word I anyway. I promise you, though, that nothing's going to kill you more than never using the word I. Watch now. If you understand the word I, but you want to use other words, I mean, guess what happens? I mean, then you're missing the word I. I mean, understand? I mean, now, is it evil? Roshi is totally understanding that everything's good. Roshi, everything's good for you. Roshi, now, if you understand that if you want to start sentences with any other words, Roshi, I must understand that it's the word I. I mean, you must understand it's the word I is what I mean. I mean, I is how you start. I is how you start. I mean, I is how you start. I mean, you must understand that God said the word is good. I mean, you must understand that God said the world is good. I mean, the world is everything. That's I only. I mean, understand? But guess what? I mean, God's telling you to just be positive here. I understand? I mean, Jesus Christ said everything is good. I understand? I mean, you understand? I mean, that's just another word for saying everything is I. I understand? So no matter what, focus on understanding that if you want to go and teach people and do something of abbreviations with people, and you want to learn a different language, you can learn it right now very quickly with the word I.